Hello students, today our topic of discussion is the new chapter, that is cell, and different organelles that are present in the cell. So let's discuss with the cell. Actually, cell is known as the structural and functional unit of life. It is smallest unit that can carry out all the activities of the life. And our next topic is, that is emergence and implication of the cell theory. Actually, in this topic we will discuss about the initiation of different research done by different scientists. Let's start with the Robert Hooke. Actually, he was the first one who written his book, that is Micrographia, and studied the different cork section. And he said cell is actually an empty space bounded by simply a thick walls. Is a space bounded by thick walls. So it was the idea given by the Robert Hooke. And after that, Lawrence Ocken, a scientist who believed that all living beings originate from or consist of vesicle or cells. All living beings consist of cells. Simple. It was the idea first given by Lawrence Ocken, and then Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck expressed the similar idea and said, nobody can have life if its constituent parts are not cellular tissues, are not formed by tissues. Actually, the same thing repeated by Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck and Robert Brown, who presented the idea of nucleus. It is very important MCQ. Robert Brown reported the presence of nucleus, and after that, cell theory was presented by Theodor Schwann and Sheldon, and they said the cell consists of only three parts. Typical cell has three parts: nucleus, cytoplasm, and the outermost covering, that is plasma. Actually, cell theory, we will discuss the salient features of cell theory in the next page. And before this, we must know the virtues world that are very important in the history. Omnis cellula e cellula. What it means? It means all the new cells are formed only by the division of previously present cells. No cell or living cell cannot be produced by the non-living things. So it was contrary to abiogenesis. Abiogenesis is a concept that discuss that all the living things or the living cells are originate from non-living things. So omnis cellula e cellula are quote by virtues. It was contrary to abiogenesis. After that, we will discuss about the resolving power and magnification power of human naked eye and simple compound microscope and electron microscope. So the resolution, what is actually resolution or resolving power, and what is a magnification or magnification power? Actually, this resolution means the point at which two points can be seen different, or you can say that the point at which you can see the anything clearly, or you can differentiate the two things and another or a separate entity. For example, the human naked eye can differentiate between 2 points which is at least 1 mm apart, so it is the resolution of human eye. And compound microscope resolution is 2 micrometer, and the electron microscope resolution is 2 to 4 angstrom. So the second term that is related to microscope is the magnification power. Actually, what is magnification power? Ability to enlarge the size. It is called the magnification power. For example, we use the compound microscope with the two types of lens. Actually, these two type of lens and their magnification powers are multiplied, and then the whole microscope magnification power comes. And we say that the ocular lens consists of 5x and 10x. There are two types of ocular lens and two types or 3 to 4 types of the objective lens. Objective lens are 20x, 40x, or 100x, And if we multiply these both, then overall the microscope magnification power will be seen. As we know, the compound microscope, if we use the 5x ocular lens and 100x of the objective lens, then the magnification power of the compound microscope, simple compound microscope, will be 500x, and the electron microscope has the magnification power of 250,000x. So the next is very important MCQ. Salient features of cell theory. Actually, cell theory presents that all organisms are composed of cell and arise from pre-existing cells, and cell is the basic structural and functional unit of all organisms. So these first 2 points are linked to each other. All organisms are composed of one or more cells, and all cells rise from the pre-existing cell. It means that the cells can originate only by the pre-existing cells. So abiogenesis was retarded after that concept. Cell is the basic structure and functional unit. So now we will discuss the several types of cells in animals and plants and their function. This is very important for the point of view of MCQ. In animals, muscle cell contract and relax. This is the function of muscle cell. Muscle contract and relax. Nerve cell can transmit impulses. Gland cells secrete. Red blood cells carry oxygen. Some stomach cells secrete gastric juice. Similarly, in plants, xylem conduct water and mineral salts from the soil to the aerial parts of the plant. Phloem translocate food. Sclerenchyma gives support to the plants. Chlorenchyma cell carry out photosynthesis. Parenchyma cells store surplus food, and meristematic cells produce new cells, or we can say that development of the plant. So next topic is the structure of generalized cell. It means what it means? It is meant by when we apply the term ultracentrifugation or centrifugation. So on the basis of the density gradient, we ultracentrifuge the cell organelles, just like the we put our clothes in a washing machine and then spin it, and then we will see the different types of, we can change the speed of the centrifugation. So in the same sense, cell is put into the ultracentrifuge machine, and after that it is centrifuged, and the homogenized mixture can be separated on the basis of the density gradient. The light one will be the upper and the heavy will be the on the lower side, and this is all about the ultracentrifugation and the different types of ultracentrifugation, and there are so many types, but we will not discuss in detail because it is not very important. So the next topic that is very important is the cell consists of basically three major components according to the cell theory. One is the outermost boundary, that is called plasma membrane, and one is the nucleus, and one is the jelly like material, that is cytoplasm. That all cell consists of following basic components: a plasma membrane, also called cell, and it may have some, like in plant cell they may be covered by a cell wall. Cytoplasm containing cell organelles, nucleus with the nuclear or the chromatin material. So here we will discuss about the difference between the animal and plant cell, what things are that are present in only animal cell and what things that are present only in plant cell. So as we know, the flagellum, that is a appendage that help in movement of our sperms and the different types of bacteria. So these are flagellum are present only in animal cell. As plant cell, they do not need to move, so they are not present in plant cell. Second thing is lysosome. It is phagocytic organelle, and it is present only in animal cell, because the animal cell can do the phagocytosis of the other cells and different waste materials and so many things, but in plant cell there is no need of the phagocytosis. And the next is the centriole. Centriole are present only in animal cell, not in plant cell. And what things that are present only in the plant cell, not are present in the animal cell, that are the chloroplasts, because they help into the photosynthesis. You can say that the photosynthesis Chloroplast is only present in plant cell because photosynthesis only occur in plant cell. Then cell wall, as we all know that the cell wall of the plant cell is made up of a cellulose, and it is only present in plant cell. In plant cell and in fungi and in prokaryotes there may be also cell wall, but their composition will be different. As in fungi it is made up of chitin, and in prokaryotes it made up of peptidoglycan or murin. And the third thing, the large central vacuole is absent in animal cell and present in plant cell. Thank you. This was all about today's lecture. In our next lecture we will discuss about the plasma membrane and the cell wall and the next part of the chapter. Thank you.